All right, welcome back, everyone,
Yeah, glad to be back.
for another deep dive into some really cool stuff. So today we're talking Moana 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we finally got our hands on
This is going to be good.
a behind-the-scenes featurette,
Huh.
and it's giving us like a nice sneak peek at what to expect in the new movie.
Yeah, and it's not like a rehash or anything.
Oh, no.
It's like a retelling of the first one. It's like
Totally new.
it's its own story.
Yeah, so
Moana.
the featurette opens with Moana coming back to her island after being gone for 3 days.
Right.
But for Haihei, you know, her chicken companion,
Of course.
it felt like forever.
Oh,
The
yeah.
filmmakers are using that to kind of show the passage of time.
Yeah, it's funny because,
Yeah.
Hei's all freaked out.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like, oh, I was only gone for a few days.
It's like dog years, but chicken days.
Exactly.
But it's cool because in those 3 days, Moana's gone from like this teenager to a seasoned wayfinder.
Yeah, she's like the real deal now.
Like she's the one responsible for connecting her island to the rest of the ocean.
It's a big job.
It is.
Especially,
Yeah.
think about how long her people have been waiting for someone like her.
It's like fulfilling that legacy
Yeah.
of her ancestors.
And she's just getting started, too.
Yeah, and that responsibility leads her to this new island. It's like shrouded in this crazy storm.
Yeah, and Peter.
And that's where the mystery starts to unfold.
And you can tell there's like a history there
Oh, yeah.
that we don't know about yet.
And like
Yeah.
the featurette doesn't tell us everything, but it tells us that this island is the key to breaking some kind of curse.
And uniting people, right?
Yeah, so I was like, what happened before
You're like, what caused this whole mess?
to cause this division?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Big questions.
Oh, and guess who's back?
Let me guess.
Maui,
Yeah.
voiced by Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, he had to come back.
He had to.
He's the best.
He's awesome. And there's this line where he's like, I told you so. Yeah. Which makes it seem like maybe he had warned her about some danger.
You know, he probably did.
Yeah.
But would she listen?
Probably not.
Yeah. Morana's got to learn things her own way sometimes.
Totally. It's like that classic mentor-student thing.
Yeah, like he's trying to guide her, but
But she's got to make her own mistakes.
she's got to figure it out.
Yeah, that makes their whole relationship
More interesting.
much more interesting.
Yeah.
Way more complex.
And they also introduced this new, antagonistic force called the Kaka.
Kaka? What is that?
Yeah. It sounds weird, right?
Yeah.
But they're think of them as this force that's trying to mess up everything Moana's trying to do.
Oh, so like they're connected to this curse.
Maybe, maybe not. It's not really clear.
Okay.
But they're definitely bad news for Moana.
They want to like destroy her.
Or at least stop her from doing what she needs to do.
So is it the curse or is it them?
That's the big question.
Or is it both?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's going to be good.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Lots of mysteries to unravel.
Totally. And the music.
Oh, the music.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
It's amazing. It's like
What did they do this time?
they took those traditional Polynesian instruments and mixed them with like a full orchestra.
Oh, wow.
So you have this sound that's both familiar and totally new.
I love that.
It's kind of like Moana's journey,
Oh, yeah.
She's bridging the past and present, honoring her heritage while forging her own path.
It's like that theme of going beyond.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all through the movie. The featurette keeps mentioning that.
That's the heart of it.
It's not just about sailing to new
It's
places.
about pushing your own boundaries, like figuring out who you are.
Right, like personal growth and all that.
Exactly. And that makes me wonder, what about the other characters
Oh, yeah.
from the first movie? Will we see them again?
Like Gramatala
Yeah, will she be there in spirit?
or the ocean.
Maybe even Pua, the pig.
I loved their relationships, especially with her grandma and the
Mhm.
ocean. Like, how will those have changed?
Good question.
Yeah, like how will they guide her on this new adventure?
It seems like she's being challenged to push herself even further,
Not just as a wayfinder.
but as a leader, as a person.
Like, what are her limits?
And what happens when she goes beyond them?
Ooh, I can't wait to find out.
Me neither.
This is gonna be epic.
Epic is the word.
It really does feel like going beyond is like the main theme.
Yeah, it's not just about the sailing, right?
Right.
It's about those internal struggles, too.
It's like those inner storms we all gotta face.
Exactly. The stuff we got to overcome.
Like, what are those curses we need to break free from?
Yeah, that's what's so cool about Moana's story.
Yeah.
She reminds us we're stronger than we think.
That we can push past those limits.
Yeah, and sometimes we need help along the way,
We do.
right? Like friends, family.
Yeah, or even our crazy chicken companions.
Oh, totally.
Right.
Hei's always good for a laugh.
For sure.
But seriously,
Yeah.
that connection, that community, it's important.
Yeah, Moana's the wayfinder.
But she doesn't have to do it all alone.
Right. She's got Maui, her people, her ancestors looking out for her.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of what makes her journey so inspiring.
It's interesting how this whole going beyond thing, like
Yeah.
it connects to that Polynesian idea of voyaging,
Oh, for sure.
like pushing the boundaries of what they knew.
Yeah, exploring the unknown.
I bet the film's going to explore that
Oh,
in
absolutely.
a really cool way.
On like a deeper level, though,
Yeah.
this sequel is asking what happens after you find your voice.
Okay.
After you step into your destiny, then
Yeah.
what?
Like what new challenges pop up?
Exactly, and what does it really mean to go beyond at that point?
Yeah, it's like Moana's journey
Yeah.
is like our journey as viewers too.
How so?
Well, we loved the first film,
Right.
connected with it, and now we want to see what happens next.
Makes sense.
We're going beyond that first experience,
Diving deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
And it makes me think about like sequels done right, they can be so good.
They're not just cash grabs,
Right, like they build on the original
If
story.
you give us something new, unexpected.
But we still get to see those characters we love.
Exactly, and they can grow in ways we didn't even imagine.
So what can we take away from all this,
From this deep dive into the featurette.
About Moana 2, what's the big takeaway?
Well, I think it's clear.
Yeah.
Moana 2 is not just a rehash.
Okay.
It's a story about growth,
Okay.
about pushing boundaries both literally and figuratively.
Right.
We're going to see Moana face new challenges, new characters,
Totally.
and she's going to have to dig deep.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, to find that strength and resilience.
And we'll be there for it.
Oh, yeah.
Every step of the way.
Experiencing those triumphs, those challenges.
Sing along to the new music.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully laughing along with Hey He's antics.
Can't forget, hey.
Oh, gotta give him credit.
Right.
He's persistent, maybe a little crazy,
Maybe a lot.
but I love him.
I do, too.
It wouldn't be the same without him messing things up.
He adds to the fun.
He does.
Speaking of what makes Moana,
Yeah.
remember the filmmakers really want to capture that emotional impact.
Oh, like from the first movie.
Yeah, that feeling.
I think they can do it.
And this whole theme, expanding our horizons,
Yeah.
that's going to play a big part.
It's more than just an adventure, right?
Exactly. It's about pushing those limits as a wayfinder, as a person.
So what do you think those limits are for her?
And what's waiting for her beyond them.
Good questions.
And I think the film wants us to ask ourselves the same thing.
What do you mean?
Like, what are our limits?
Oh, okay.
What's holding us back?
It's like they're saying, hey, come along with Moana on this journey of self-discovery.
Yeah, and discover something about yourself along the way.
Like, what do you think they want us to find out?
Well, I think it goes back to that message from the first film.
About empowerment, resilience, all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Powerful.
Moana shows us we can all do amazing things.
Break free from what's holding us back. Be ourselves.
That's a message that never gets old.
It doesn't. And it seems like she won't be alone in pushing those boundaries this time either.
Nope, she's got Maui, her people, her ancestors.
That whole support system, it's important.
It is. They'll guide her, remind her she's not alone.
It makes you realize we don't have to go it alone either.
Exactly.
Sometimes asking for help is the key.
It is. We're not meant to do everything ourselves.
Leaning on those who care about us, that makes a difference.
Huge difference.
Moana's journey shows that, with all the adventure and heart.
It does. It's about connection, community, that wisdom from others.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Moana 2, what are your final thoughts?
Well, based on everything we've seen in the featurette,
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say this is more than just a sequel.
Okay, what do you mean?
It's like a continuation for Moana, for us watching.
We're all on this journey together,
It's a call to embrace the unknown, push those limits.
like we were talking about before. What's waiting beyond those limits?
And even when we feel lost, we can find our way.
We have the strength, the resilience.
We do.
I love that. So for everyone listening,
Yeah.
what boundaries are you feeling called to push?
What horizons are you ready to expand?
Let us know. Share your thoughts, your excitement for Moana 2.
We want to hear from you
Share with us, share with each other.
because just like Moana teaches us,
What's that?
the journey's better when we share it with others.
So true. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
It's been fun.
We can't wait to set sail with you again soon.